Hey there, planners. Today I'm going to be setting up the month of November in my goal planner. So that includes monthly, weekly, and daily goals. I'm using the Cultivate What Matters power sheets from 2021. You don't have to use this goal planner. It's more about the process of setting those goals. So go grab your planners and let's get planning. So before I dive right into November goals, I'm going to pause and take a look back at October and just reflect on how I did. So I was really focused on as a priority seeking wisdom and understanding and knowledge as I head into the end of the year and really start planning for the next year ahead. This was the month, October was the month that I did the final quarterly refresh of my goals for the year of 2021. And so really focusing in on how do I close out this year successfully and get very prepared for the year ahead. So I did very well, I think, on my goals this month in light of the fact that I was on vacation and traveling for a really good portion of the month. So about a third of the month I was on vacation and traveling. So I did not fully complete my October Bible study, so I'm still kind of working on that, and that is going to carry just a bit over into November. And that comes from traveling and just not having that quiet space and time set aside in my normal daily routine while I was on vacation. I did find a November Bible study that I want to start, and I have already posted my Bible journal setup for the month of November, so go check that out. I'll leave a link here, but go check that out if you want to see that. I did not select my December study yet, so that's something I'm going to be carrying over to next month. I have a Christmas budget ready to go and a list for gifts and spending and all of that stuff. I was able to find a really good tracking income and expenses to be prepared for next year. So I'll be testing that out over the next couple months and then really putting it into place next year. I have successfully held strong to my sugar detox from the time I got back from vacation in October until the end of October. So very good progress on that. And then I was able to spend some quality time with my youngest daughter this month and continue working on a project for Planning Annie. I was very good about tracking and preparing for my detox on a weekly basis, and my Bible study I did have some time where I missed because I was on vacation. So overall, I think I did really good this month given everything that was going on. So now I'm ready to flip over and start to work on November. All right, so I started out as I always do when I'm planning my monthly goals, and that is with my encouraging words, which is my Bible verse for my goals this month and a priority. So as you might have expected, my priority is thankfulness, and the Bible verse I chose is 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18, and that is, "Rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Jesus." And so just really taking the time this month to be thankful. It is, it is the month of Thanksgiving, but it's also the time of year where you can start to reflect and look back on everything that's happened this year, the good, the bad, the in-between, and just be thankful about it. Recognize how prayer has gotten you through different things and brought you to where you are, and just really rejoicing for the good things that have happened and the lessons that have been learned. And all of that is great work to help prepare for the year ahead, which it's definitely time to do as we're here at the end of the year. So that's going to really set the tone for my goals this month. And I'm going to start with monthly actions. So the first one is going to be really getting serious about preparing for 2022. And the way I like to prepare for 2022 from a planning perspective is to start with a mind map. So I'm going to be mind mapping 2022 planning needs. So the way I do this, I get out a blank sheet of paper, grab some supplies, really start writing down what is it that I need to plan, what areas of life do I need to have plans for, what planning systems do I need to support me in the year ahead. And I do this in a mind map format. If you're not familiar with that, it's really just circles and branching out into different ideas, capturing different areas. And I really focus that on the areas of my life that need plans. The reason I do this, so a lot of times it's tempting to go out and buy the shiny, new, beautiful planner. But when you get it home and you start to try to use it, you realize pretty quickly it doesn't meet your needs. And so this is sort of the reverse way of approaching planning, and it is to start with, what do you actually need? What are your needs from a planning perspective for, the year ahead, the time frame ahead of you? And then once you've done that and you've mapped out all the areas that you need plans, then you can start to look for a planner that actually meets your needs. I will be sharing this process with you very soon in an upcoming video, so make sure you're subscribed so you can catch that. I do also have one that I did for 2021, and I will put a link to that down in the description box below so that you can go check that out if you're interested. But stay tuned for this because I will be sharing this process with you. The next thing I need to do is to pick my December Bible study. And then kind of to go along with that, I'm going to go ahead and put down here in the daily actions, my Bible study. All right, back up here in the monthly actions. So I really need to start getting a list and resources, doing some research, reading, educating myself on how to prepare to send my daughter to college. So what are the checklists, kind of post-acceptance letter, what happens next and how do we prepare, how do we get the right supplies, things like that. So we have mailed off all of the college applications, and now we're in this beautiful waiting period where we're going to be very thankful and praying continually and waiting to see what the outcome is. So I'm going to go ahead and capture just the kicking off of the next phase. All right, sort of immediate is the need to plan for December and all of the holiday plans. We have a large extended family. Everybody comes to my house, and so really mapping out and planning how that's going to go, getting my holiday game plan together. I do plan to share this with you all and some of the tools that I use in my planner, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, and then very closely related to this one is to finish Christmas shopping. So I am almost done, but I do need to go ahead and finish that up, and I'm ahead of schedule this year. I know for some folks that may be quite scary because I know a lot of folks get way ahead of this. So, but I am ahead of my own normal schedule, which makes me happy. All right, and then I do have one weekly action that I want to add in here, and that is to really get engaged and stick to a routine of a work walking club. So I have been talking to some coworkers about starting a walking club, particularly as some of us are returning to the office on a hybrid type basis. And so this is a great way to reconnect with those coworkers outside in a safe way while also moving and getting some exercise. So I'm going to put that down just to make sure that stays on my radar for weekly actions. All right, and then I have one more daily action that I want to capture here, and it is something that I've noticed I have kind of dropped off on and not been doing a good job lately, and that's water intake. And boy, I can so tell a difference when I am not drinking enough water. My energy level is low. I don't feel as good. And so I definitely need to get back in the habit of drinking the right amount of water, making sure I'm hydrated, making sure I'm having the right amount of water for me. And so I'm going to put that back on my daily actions and be tracking that in my planner. All right, so there's a look at the goals that I am going to be going after in November. Let me do a little bit of decorating, and I will come back and show you what the final product looks like. All right, so there's what my final looks like. I actually pulled out some of my holiday or fall seasonal washi tapes and decorated that. It's going to sit out on my desk, and that's going to really inspire me to pay attention and to track and to keep these in front of me. I will be incorporating these in my planner for the month of November and really tracking my progress as I go through the month. I would love to hear from you. How are you incorporating thankfulness this month? If you are, if not, what is your priority for this month? Are you making that transition to really start thinking about 2022 planning? How are you doing that? Do you have a system like mind mapping or other ways? I'd love to hear all of that down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to Planning Annie for more content like this, and as always, thanks for planning with me.